Hey, how are you? I'm good, I'm good. So, what do you do today? Nothing much, nothing much. I just existed, we're all ghosts after all. How are you today? Pipe! What the? Hi, I was kind of thinking of an idea to do for the first video, and I thought, like, why don't I just show you whoever's watching this, if anyone's watching this, some of the stuff that I do because I know I said like in the trailer video, if you ended up watching it, that I like I like creativity. So I thought in this first video I would just show you some of the creative stuff I've been doing recently. And yeah, I've been doing it for this long. I'll put it on screen, and also I'm not an expert at any of these. In fact, for the music one, I'm actually self-taught. I've recently gotten into doing a course, but for like the first year and a half, I just did it completely by myself. With it, so yeah, I'm not an expert, and I'm also somewhat self-taught. Because I only do it like every once a week I do. So yeah, I'm still somewhat self-taught, and so yeah, I won't waste any of your time. And yeah, let me show you some of the stuff I've been doing. There will be timestamps in the video, so if you want to go to a specific part that you're more interested in, feel free. So yeah, let's begin.
Transition begin.
I've only recently started getting back into poetry because I took like a little bit of a break because I just wasn't really enjoying it. So I've only written like two poems since then, and I'll read you both of them. The first one is called Two-Sided Coin, and I'll also put it on screen in case if you just want to read it yourself, but I'll also read it as well. So yeah. I'm also not the best at writing, so if there's a misspell, like, I'm sorry. Not really. I'm just kidding. Or am I? Anyway, there are two sides to this particular coin. The first side is a child with an ambitious mind, where not even the world can stop him. And the second side is a man where dreams start to bleed from all this noise and suits saying with a hiss, "You are weak for being unique." But yet, that's all a red lie, because we break these rules and succeed even when we are slower than them. I'll also go into a little bit of detail how these were made, but I kind of want to save that for another video. But yeah, this poem kind of came to me from like kind of just an experience with life, I guess, as like an autistic person, as well as, this other stuff. But yeah, um that's kind of the story with that one. I'll read you the next one now. I will. It's called Ghost Town. As I was walking through this town with a silent vibe with thousands of ghosts, the air gets thicker by every minute I spend in this ghost town. As I made my way back and until I saw a shadowy figure in the distance. As I made my way towards it, it looked like just another ghost, but this ghost looked different, was a different one. It didn't look like the rest of them. This ghost had a bandana covering his eyes, but yet it could still see like some type of unique bat. I felt unsettled, but until he spoke a single word that sorry. A single word that said my name is Ghostly. I'm one out of these thousands of ghosts, but I'm a unique one. Man, I very much knew I butchered that. I mean, I'll just put the thing on the screen. If you want to read it, you can read it. But yeah, this one kind of came to me because of the character Ghostly, and also I was kind of just walking through a part. I was on a walk one day, and then I kind of thought of the idea of this poem because I walked through like a part of my area where it was really quiet. It was, and I just kind of came up with the idea of this. So yeah, that's Ghost Town.
Wow!
Photography. I do not actually use a camera. I use a iPhone. I used to use an Android phone, but then I got my iPhone for free, and that's kind of a yeah, that's kind of that's not relevant. So yeah, I do have a lot of photos, so I've picked like a few that I really like. So yeah, we'll just go through them. And I've kind of like mixed it up. So there's some from my Android phone and then some from my iPhone. Most of these from my iPhone because I normally like taking them out and just kind of taking some photos I do. So yeah, This first one is actually from the Android phone. I messed around with the editing a little bit and the effects, and yeah, I got this. I quite like this. This was one of the first photos I really liked. I did. So yeah, this next one was captured on May 6th, 2024. It says 5 a.m., but I know for a fact this was not captured at 5 a.m. This was probably captured at like 5 p.m. I mean, yeah, this is kind of when I started getting into like, this is when I really started liking the shaky type of like photos I did. So yeah, I just kind of messed around with that. I did. This photo is actually the first photo I've actually used. Kind of like people in the background. I was just out on a walk and then I took this photo. I did. Cropped it out a little bit and yeah, I quite like it because it's the most unique one. It is, and I thought it looked really nice. I was actually going to delete it, but then I was like, I really like the way this looks because this looks very unique from my other photos that I'm going to show in this video. This next one, you can't have a photo without birds. So yeah, this one was actually captured on the same day as the same one as the previous one. I think it was actually recorded like, let me just check. I think it was actually, yeah, I think it was recorded like 8 minutes after it was. So yeah, I really like this one because it has like a lot of atmosphere. I love atmospheric photos, as you can very much tell. And yeah, the next one is actually probably one of my favorites because it's the most atmospheric one in my opinion. It is. This one was taken at like 10:30 in the morning. So yeah, it was really nice. It was because like it was really foggy, and then there was this light that came from a house that was nearby, and then I was like, yeah, it just looked really nice. Put some effects on it, and yeah, I mean, yet again, I won't really go into too much detail because I'm not an expert as I say. I just look at stuff and see if it looks good, you know, because I'm not an expert. I've already said that 20 times. But yeah, the next one is this one. Oh my god, yeah, I forgot how good this one looks. This one is another one of my favorites because it's like I just like the little reflective shadow bit I do underneath the moon. If you can't see it, I'll point to it on camera. You probably can see it. It's probably just me in like the recording process, just kind of thinking that you can't see it because yeah, I mean, yeah, it's kind of a long story. Anyway, I'll just move on to the next one. Otherwise, this video will probably be like a goddamn century long. This next one, I actually took a photo of it at around. I think it was actually before. I think it was literally like a minute before I actually went to college, which is actually really funny. But yeah, it was like, yeah, I just love these atmosphere ones. Like the bird in the background just adds a lot of like personality to it. It makes it feel a lot more alive. It does. But yeah, I just really like this sky. I do. You know, yet again, I love atmospheric photos, and it's pretty much like 90% of my photos. It is. Speaking of atmospheric photos, here's another one I took. It's actually been a while since I've looked at this one as well. Yeah, it really reminds me of kind of like a meteor or something because it's like, yeah, this one was also definitely recorded at night. I do not have a script, as you can tell. I'm like reading like a bunch of bullet points. I'm not even reading bullet points. I'm just kind of recording raw because I like being authentic. I do. I like suffering, as you can tell. But yeah, anyway, back to this photo. Yeah, I really like the way this looks. I do. It's definitely one of the more like unique ones, atmospheric photo wise. And yeah, I'll move on to the last one. I will. And the last one was also yeah, goddamn, just speak English. Speak English ghostly. Yeah, so this one was taken yet again on a walk. It was. I took this one on the Android phone as well. I'll probably have like, you know, just like a little text saying if I shot it on an iPhone or an Android. So yeah, let's move on to the music now.
Ba 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 ba.
Hi, welcome to the music part. I'm going to show you a few tracks that I've been working on recently. These ones are from December to around February. I'm going to show you 4 of my tracks. I would show you more, but like I don't want this video to be like an hour long because I care about all your time. I do. But anyway, this first track is called Silent Void. I made this back in December. And also this program I'm using is called Logic Pro. This is what I use to make music with. I've been using it for around a year. And yeah, I really enjoy it. So yeah, I'll play you Silent Void right now. I might bump in like just to tell you some certain parts, and then I'll go into a little bit of detail after when the track's finished. So yeah, hope you enjoy this one. So yeah, let's do these. I love this melody, I do. This melody is definitely my favourite part. This part coming up is my personal favourite part. Ready? 3, 2, 1. That part right there. I like that part. So yeah, that's Silent Void. It's one of my more simpler ones. Like it's basically only like mainly 3 instruments. It's mainly this like just chord progression right here. I took it from a song I really like from Chris Gray. I mean, I'll have a link to it in the description if you want to listen to it. But it basically just follows this pattern. It does. It's a very simple pattern, and then kind of the second half here, it just kind of changes a little bit. I mean, only like the root notes. Yeah, again, I'm not an expert, you know, I'm not really the best at explaining things, so yeah, I'll try my best. And then this melody right here, this is also kind of another main part. There's technically like 3 melodies in this. So there's this simple one, then this is like slightly more complex one, and then there's this very basic one right here. And one of the techniques I like doing, I like freestyling my melodies. I do on a MIDI keyboard. I'll put a picture on screen on what keyboard I use, what MIDI controller I use, and yeah, this, and then it's just kind of like this kind of like ethereal pad. So yeah, I think I used Labs for this whole entire thing. I mean, yet again, I'm not going to go into too much detail, because I might make a video on like maybe my creative process for music. You know, maybe for the next video. I don't know. Maybe not the next video, but I'm not sure yet. Plugins very simple. just used a bunch of EQ. This is actually the track I've used the least amount of plugins in, I think. So yeah, that's Silent Void, and yeah, let's go on to the next one now, shall we? Right, this next track is called Soul. I think I made this back in, I think, December as well. This one is one of the only ones I actually don't know when I made it, which is quite bad if you think about it. But yeah, this one's has a lot more going on than the previous one. You might also realize these are also color coded. Like I'm like OCD, you know what it'd be like. Anyway, so yeah, I'll just play this track, and yeah, I'll just do what I did previously. I'll just butt in whenever like there's certain bits. So yeah, here's a Soul. Uh, yeah, there's a chord regression. You know, like this track where the chords are. This pit was really annoying because I had to constantly redo it. I like this, like, just this whole bit right here from there here to here. Then bam! I love this part as well. That is Soul. It's a lot longer of a track. I think it's, how long is it actually? I think it's like 2 minutes or something. Yeah, 2 minutes 47 seconds. But this track was a lot of fun to make, but also like because this software, like this right here was so annoying because it was like I was constantly trying to save this as a preset, and every single time it was like it couldn't recognize it, so I had to constantly redo all of these, and it really got annoying. It did. And the weird thing is, right, for some reason it didn't do it for this one, but I didn't save it as a preset, so yeah, go figure. But yeah, anyway, yeah, this track kind of follows a similar structure to the first one, except there's like a lot more going on. And yeah, I mean, personally, my favorite part, I took the chords from another song I like. I'll have it in the description. It's called Temporary by Black, I think, but it's a 6 instead of a B. I mean, I'll have all the links to the songs in the description. I will. So, yeah, yeah, it's just, this is a nice little choir here. Just kind of rises up. It does. Oh, great. You can definitely tell I'm quite new to this. I mean, even though I've stated that like so many times. Yeah, it's just like a nice little rise. Some automation. I think this was an organ. I think. Yeah, it's an organ. But yeah, I mean, yet again, there's not really that many plugins. I mean, there is a little bit. I mean, it's mainly just going into the chords. This is another one I really like. This is the only third-party plugin I've got. Which basically third-party means it's not on the software. It is that all the like the music DAW that you get, which is basically, yeah, I'll put it on screen, but it's basically short for. But yeah, some chorus, some tape delay. It's mainly just EQ again, really. So yeah, that is Soul, and yeah, let's go on to the next track, shall we? Hello, welcome to the next track. This track is called Main Theme Looped Version. Yeah, this part right here is actually just a looped version of this, so I'll only play you up until this part, but yeah, I'll play the song and I'll go into a little bit of context on like how it was made, and yeah, yeah, I don't know anymore. So yeah, here's a main theme. Oh, stupid. Love this track. So yeah, that's the main main theme. I mean, so this track right here was actually made for a game jam that I took part in at the start of the year. I was a composer, and I was also the sound effects, which I'll do probably sound effects for another video. But anyway, if my team's speaking of which, if my team's watching this, hey, how you doing? Yeah, the structure for this, yet again, it's very simple. I might as well go into like a little bit of detail on like what type of music I like making. Like, if you just to give a little bit of context, because I know the last two I didn't really explain that much. So I like making more atmospheric and ethereal type sounding music, which is why I don't really use drums. Don't get me wrong, I do love using drums. Like some of my older tracks had drums in them, but these more recent ones I've not really been using drums. And the reason is just because like I love melody music. If that's even a word, I don't even know if that's a word. But also I kind of like blending elements of like lo-fi, R&B, pop, and like some other genres. But yeah, again, no, I don't really like making one particular genre because I don't like putting labels on myself. So yeah, the mixing, yeah, again, there's not even that much mixing. It's mainly into the pads. It's just EQ again. Nothing really crazy. But it mainly just follows because the theme was like simple at times. But I call it nostalgia just to keep it more simple. So this is one of the only tracks I actually did not use not like a reference track, but a inspiration track. I technically did. I took it from like kind of my childhood, and then I just made this, which like a lot of comments said when I posted this sounds like Minecraft, which honestly listening to it a few times, I definitely see why people say it reminds them of Minecraft. Like it's got like the Minecraft structure, which is kind of funny if you think about it. But yeah, anyway, let's move on to the last track, shall we? Which is actually, funnily enough, the longest one, which is actually very ironic. So yeah, I'll see you at the next track. By the way, team, thank you for being amazing. If any of you are watching, yeah. All right, hello, welcome to the last track. I don't know why I'm saying hello all the time, but screw it. This is my most recent one. It's called "Am I a Broken Ghost?" And yeah, I this one's kind of hard to explain because it's very different. This one has a lot more of a structure compared to my other ones. So yeah, I'll just be quiet now, and then I'll just play it for you, and then I'll kind of explain a few more things about it, and yeah. So yeah, let's do this. Yeah, a little bit about this wind sound. I actually caught this on my phone because in my bathroom there's something called an extractor fan, and yeah, I just recorded it like that. So yeah, I'll go into a little bit more detail when the track's finished. Don't really know what to say for this track, to be honest. I'm just gonna stay quiet, I guess, for the whole thing. Do I not know? Probably not. That's a very interesting track, I will say. Yeah, I don't really know where to begin with this track because it's so different. I guess I'll start with this thing right here. Guitar question mark. I don't even know what this instrument is even supposed to be. Like I just kind of I just took what did I take? I took a motor bass, I did, and I kind of just turned into some monstrosity, I guess. So yeah, this is kind of what it sounds like normally. I kind of just messed around with the pitch and some delay, and then just some fuzz and some chorus. Very interesting sound, I won't even lie. Yeah, I mean, I think I kind of do question myself sometimes saying if I'm generally okay, but yeah, majority of it is just this, which again, half of this is just just pitch shift because I've really gotten into pitch shifting for some reason, like really making stuff sound really weird sounding. We got this bass, which so weird it is. It's just like some synth bass, and I just turned it all the way down. I did, and then I kind of just got this sound, which it's just kind of like, yeah, I'm kind of, yeah. This is also the first track I've used vocals. I have, yeah. This right here was actually a wind sound. I recorded this. This can be, I mean, this is actually kind of a little sneak peek into like sound design, I guess. So for this, I literally blew into my phone. I did. It's been such a long time since I've made this. Like I think I made this back in December again. So of course I can't fully remember. This I actually recorded when I was done with the track because it needed a little more. It needed like an ambient opening. So I just recorded the fan. I think it's got like it's like fuzz, EQ, and then that. But yeah, that's kind of the track. That is. I would go into a little more detail, but I kind of do want to save it for like another video to kind of explain like what I like doing in my music products. So yeah, anyway, I'll cut right back to present Ghostly because I recorded all these like 2 days after because I'm very late. I forgot to mention that. So yeah, that's all the stuff I've been working on recently. If you want to listen to the songs that I made on in this video or any of the other ones that I made, I will put a SoundCloud link in the description. You don't have to go to it if you don't want to, but if you just want to like listen to the other ones that I made or just listen to them again, feel free. If there is one for photography as well, I'll also put like a link in the description below, or I'll put like just a little piece of text to let you know if like I ended up finding like a website for that or something. But yeah, the next video that I'm working on is going to be about the creative process and like just giving like a few tips and tricks like those. But it's not going to be like those videos where it's like, if you use this, you will magically make better music. Yeah, I'll save it for the next video. So, yeah, I hope you all have a good day, and